Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of civilizations past. Today, we find ourselves in the midst of a most fascinating tale, one that transports us to the lush, tropical landscapes of Mesoamerica, where the mighty Olmec Civilization once flourished. In the distant lands of modern-day Mexico, where the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico lap against the shores and the towering volcanoes of the Trans-Mexican volcanic belt stretch towards the sky, we find ourselves in the cradle of Olmec civilization. The region's fertile soil, abundant water sources, and strategic trade routes created a perfect storm for the emergence of a complex society. It was here, around 1500 BCE, that the earliest precursors to the Olmec civilization began to take shape. The Olmecs, as we know them, were not a single, homogeneous group, but rather a collection of chiefdoms and villages that shared cultural, linguistic, and artistic ties. Their early history is shrouded in mystery, but archaeological evidence suggests that they developed from earlier Mesoamerican cultures, such as the Monte Alto and the Chiapas cultures. The Olmecs' unique blend of influences from these cultures would eventually give rise to a distinct identity, characterized by their sophisticated art, architecture, and symbolism. The air is thick with the scent of blooming flowers and the distant calls of exotic birds, transporting us to a bygone era, one that was both familiar and yet utterly alien. The construction of these massive monuments is believed to have begun around 1200 BCE during the early stages of Olmec development. The process of creating these colossal heads would have required an enormous amount of manpower, resources, and planning, suggesting a high degree of social organization and cooperation among the Olmecs. The presence of these monuments also implies a strong sense of ritual and ceremonial practice, as they are thought to have been used in sacred contexts, such as the worship of deities or the commemoration of important events. The early Olmec period, spanning from approximately 1500 BCE to 1000 BCE, was marked by significant cultural, artistic, and technological advancements. The development of a system of hieroglyphic writing, the creation of intricate ceramics and sculptures, and the construction of elaborate ceremonial centers all attest to the Olmecs' growing sophistication. As we enter the period spanning from approximately 1000 BCE to 400 BCE, we witness the Olmec civilization reaching its zenith. This was an age of great transformation, during which the Olmecs developed complex societies, harnessed advanced technologies, and created some of the most exquisite works of art the ancient world has ever known. One of the most significant achievements of the Olmecs during this period was the development of the writing system. This hieroglyphic script, comprising intricate symbols and glyphs, allowed for the recording of complex astronomical observations, mythological tales, and even commercial transactions. The discovery of the Cascajal block, an ancient stone slab inscribed with Olmec hieroglyphs, has provided invaluable insights into the evolution of writing in Mesoamerica. The Olmecs' fascination with astronomy also reached new heights during this era. Their sophisticated understanding of celestial bodies and astronomical phenomena is evident in the construction of elaborate observatories, such as the one found at the site of Grubi at La Venta. These structures, carefully aligned with the movements of the sun, moon, and stars, demonstrate a deep appreciation for the mysteries of the cosmos. The discovery of the colossal head one at San Lorenzo, with its distinctive helmet and symbolic adornments, has shed new light on the Olmecs' artistic expression and cultural practices. The rise of complex trade networks during this era also played a significant role in the Olmec civilization's growth and development. The exchange of goods such as obsidian, jade, and cacao facilitated the spread of ideas, technologies, and cultural influences across Mesoamerica. The Olmecs' strategic location, nestled between the Gulf of Mexico and the Pacific Ocean, made them a hub of commercial activity, connecting the regions of modern-day Mexico, Guatemala, and Honduras. As we enter the period spanning from approximately 400 BCE to 100 CE, we witness the Olmec civilization facing significant challenges that would eventually contribute to its demise. One of the primary factors was the rise of rival cities and states, such as the Maya and the Zapotec, which led to increased competition for resources, trade, and influence. The Olmecs' strategic location, once a hub of commercial activity, now made them vulnerable to attacks and raids from neighboring regions. Environmental factors also played a significant role in the decline of the Olmec civilization. Deforestation, soil erosion, and climate change led to decreased agricultural productivity, making it difficult for the Olmecs to sustain their population and support their complex societies. The once thriving cities of La Venta and San Lorenzo began to show signs of decay as the Olmecs struggled to adapt to these new environmental realities. Despite these challenges, the Olmec civilization left behind a lasting legacy that would shape the course of Mesoamerican history. Their contributions to writing, astronomy, and art continued to inspire and influence subsequent cultures, including the Maya and the Aztecs. The discovery of Olmec artifacts, such as the colossal head one at San Lorenzo, has shed new light on the cultural practices and symbolic expressions of this enigmatic civilization. It was not a sudden or catastrophic event, but rather a gradual process of transformation and adaptation. The Olmecs' legacy can be seen in the many cultures that followed, from the Maya to the Aztecs, each of whom built upon the foundations laid by this remarkable civilization. In the words of the ancient Mesoamerican proverb, "The gods are not dead, they have simply gone to sleep." As we bring this chapter of our journey to a close, we find ourselves poised on the threshold of a new era, one that will be marked by the rise of new civilizations, the development of new technologies, and the creation of new works of art. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.